family viewing.
Hello and welcome to the show. This is a Realtor where all matters real estate are demystified, just to make sure that you get the details right. My name is Robert Dongo. I'm here to take you through a property that probably you'll understand better the concept of affordable housing as far as housing is concerned in Kenya, both in accessibility and also the cost implication. Remember, this is a government module, and so the private sector taking it up just to make sure that you get your affordable units around this place. Just join me. Let's see what is here. Yes. How are you, sir?
I'm good.
Good to see you.
You well?
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Yes,
Good to see
sir.
you.
Wow. Amazing. Niko salama, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Amazing.
Yes.
Good to see you.
Asante.
This must be Kiambu.
This is Kembo.
All right.
Yes.
Wow. Just say hi, tell us who you are, and I see you have good things. We just get to details.
Great. My name is Naf Mungi. I'm the CEO of Hyso Properties, and welcome to Green Zone. This is a project that we started 1 year ago, and today it's ready. It's ready for occupation.
You mean ready?
Ready for
1 year?
1 year ago.
Right. Yes. Good. Let's have a walk, and at least we take these people for a virtual tour.
Yes.
And maybe Mr. Nav, to start with, let us understand what is all about affordable housing.
The former government brought in an item under what we call affordable housing.
Right.
And thankfully, even the current government is continuing with it. Mm-hmm. And basically, it is giving incentives to developers.
Right.
To make housing affordable to the common mwananchi.
Right.
This is 160 units affordable housing on affordable housing project.
Wait a minute, 160
160 units.
All right.
Okay.
Within the confines of these walls?
Within the confines of half an acre.
Half an acre,
Half an
150.
acre. 160 units.
I'll revisit that. 150 units, half an acre.
160.
160.
160.
Wow.
160.
Right.
Because we have gone up to 8th floor. Mm-hmm. We have 4 lifts to make it easy. There is luxury, there is swimming pool.
Right.
So affordable is not synonymous to cheap. Okay?
Right.
Affordable means affordable.
Right.
So, and we are in this space as Hyso Properties. Mm-hmm. We are in, if it's not about an apartment, we also have a program on doing it on plots. So, a beautiful conversations.
Right.
And if it's something that gives us pleasure, it is housing Kenyans in Kenya.
You've said that affordable is not cheap.
Affordable is not cheap.
All right. Let us have the clear definition of both as far as housing is concerned.
Yes. Now, when you say the word affordable, people think you have used substandard materials.
Right.
People think you have not done the right mixing. But affordable is an incentive-based program that government give you. For example, if government takes away 16% VAT on the materials used here, and you're talking about a project of worth a certain amount, that's huge to trickle down to every apartment. Right. If, for example, the government will scrap stamp duty, which is 4% the cost of this project, then that will trickle down to every client. So affordable means incentive, not cheap.
You know, when you talked about the former regime or the last government and the affordability in housing, many people watching us will confuse the two. And when you talk about not the use of substandard materials, when doing all these, someone there will be asking, and how then, if the same way I can go to the shop, buy my materials, and the same way you are buying the same and you're calling it affordable, what makes it different as far as this concept is concerned?
Great. The biggest cost on building is actually the cost of material. Right. The biggest cost on the materials is tax.
Yes.
It's taxation.
Yes.
So if the government can give an incentive on tax, everything will become affordable.
Right. Wow. So get this right, get it clear that we're talking about, when you talk about affordable housing, not about the nature or the kind of material used. it's a whole governmental, concept that is meant to afford, or rather to avail affordable houses to Kenyans. And of course, we are here with Mr. Naftali Mwangi from High Source Property, just to demystify this and make us understand what it is all about, affordable housing. And of course, why we had to choose a green zone is because it's one of the certified projects by the government in move of this model called affordable housing, and that's why Mr. Mwangi Naftali is here. Now, when you talk about being exempted from tax, can anyone just be exempted, or it's a procedure, it's a process? It is a process,
and by the Ministry of Housing, basically urbanization.
Right.
They want to know that you can deliver. So there's a whole vetting program that is done by government.
Okay.
But I want to tell you why the government thought that housing is the component they want to fix,
sure,
to grow the economy of this country.
Right.
Rental fees in Kenya account to about 40% of people's income.
Sure.
So basically, if someone is earning 100,000 shillings, 40,000 is going to rent.
Yes.
Now they have not eaten. They have not taken their children to school.
Absolutely.
So basically, it means you can work forever without disposable money to grow the economy. So if housing alone can be sorted in this country, the country will grow. Why? Because more Kenyans will have more money in the pocket to create business, to take their children to better schools.
Sure.
So housing is one component to grow the economy of Kenya, and that is where the affordable housing program was initiated. Yes.
All right. Now, it is very important for you to understand that when you talk about this, what I'm getting from someone who was already doing it hands-on, we're talking about an avenue or an opportunity identified by the government where you take, majority of you, where you take your money on rent basis, and then that being identified as an opportunity, and then it's channeled down. And now what to curb this is construction of houses. And now after constructing the houses, I've gotten it from you, that now the government comes in to subsidize your cost of production.
Yes, actually, before you start, everything you do is subsidized. Okay? The materials you buy here are exempted from 1, 2, 3 tax. The conversion of land from the previous owners to you is also exempted from tax, and that should trickle down to the common mwananchi. So, government is an enabler. Government is not a developer. Government is an enabler for business to thrive. And so we thank government for this. But come back to Kenyans. Actually, what you call affordable, at High Source Properties, we call it hyper landlord. Hyper
landlord. Okay.
So we're telling you.
Tell us.
Look at it. If you're paying rent, 35,000 and 30,000, because every apartment around us is not less than 50,000 per month. Per month. So we are telling those people, come to Green Zone. We're going to give you here an apartment at 4.6 million. Okay. That's a 2-bedroom. A 3-bedroom at 6.3. And that 50K is able to pay a loan towards a house that you own.
And I was almost asking this, thank God that you are preempting my question. I wanted to ask you, when you talk about now affordability, now that you've been certified by the government as a developer who is doing affordable housing, and now someone will be asking, is it in the model by which I acquire or I buy this property, all the cost implication in terms of figures is also factored in there?
The cost implication in terms of figures is factored. So either you're buying cash, you're buying affordably. Either you're getting a mortgage from the bank, you're getting it affordably. So the other issue was to make sure that there's access of money. And so there's another government body that was created. It's called KMRC, Kenya Mortgage and Finance Company, where Kenyans go borrow money cheaper or more affordably to buy affordable housing. So it's a whole initiative from the cost of money, the cost of land, the cost of material, and basically this is to grow Kenya to become. We have a deficit of 1 million houses every year. 1 million houses every year. So especially on the urban and peri-urban. So how do we house all these people? How do we house the fact that our universities are dispensing 700,000 young people every year? Where are these people gonna live? So that is why the government needed to come up with an affordable housing. This has been done in other countries. It's working. Started in South Africa, worked very well. And Kenya, we are on it big time.
Now, when I was doing my research on the same and trying to dig deep into the model on affordable housing, and that's when, of course, your name popped. And I want to ask, maybe in a minute, tell us the difference between, the kind of units, because we are in an estate as we speak. This is an estate. I think we've got a lot of units. We've said 160.
160 units.
Right. Tell us what units we have here, and also the cost implication as opposed to the rest of the environment.
Good stuff. Now let me give you a scenario. We were selling a 2-bedroom here at 4.6 million bob.
Right.
Okay, under the affordable program. Next door, same house is going for 8 million bob.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
Here is going for
4.6 million.
Get this right, because you're talking about affordable housing and not drumming for anyone, but trying to demystify this concept or the model of the government on affordable housing. And that's why I want to get what is it that we have a similar one compared elsewhere. And that's why he's saying 4 million gone.
You get here a 2-bedroom at 4.6 million.
Right.
In our neighboring, where it's not under affordable housing program, you get it at 8 million bob. Okay, so the government is an enabler on such, because we are exempted. We are exempted a lot, and we can only be grateful to government.
It is true to say that you are at half price.
We are at half price. I'll call it about 60%.
60%.
To be precise. Yes.
Get this right, and of course, we are talking to Naftali Mwangi, the CEO of Highsops Properties, and this is one of the companies that have been given credit by the government to do affordable housing. And this is a program by the government just to make sure that the elephant in lifestyles of many is of course housing, or it's rent to most of you who are watching this. And we are with him just to tell us how we can get this issue sorted in a simple way. Thanks to government and to this program, because after this break, we shall be talking much about affordable housing with Naftali Mwangi.
Did you know you can live in your home in Juja Farm and work in Nairobi CBD? Or are you in the diaspora and looking for a suitable place to build your home? Leeds Property Solutions is making this a reality. With a cash prize of 580,000, own a plot at Leeds Gardens or pay a deposit of 200,000 Kenyan shillings and the balance in 4 months. These plots have ready individual title deeds and only 15 minutes from Thika Superhighway along the newly tarmacked Juja Farm Road. For site visit our office in Ruiru Town or call us on 0792 161 099 or visit our website www.leedsproperty.co.ke. Leeds Property Solutions, your investment pointer.
Welcome back. This is the Realtor, and anytime you see us on ground, just know there's something that you must know as a person with interest in real estate, and especially here in Kenya. And today, I'm trying to demystify this issue and program with the government about affordable housing. And before the break, it was all about understanding this concept. And now, welcome back, Mr. Naftali.
Asante, thank you so much.
Take us back to where we stopped it at, and tell us more about now what we have when it comes to the program affordable housing. And we are taking this as a case study. Tell us what units are there and affordability on the same wall behind it.
Okay, great. What is called affordable, in terms, if you look at it in terms of money, in terms of calculations, you should sell a square feet at less than 30,000. That is called affordable housing. Right. Okay, you must sell a square meter.
Square meter, yes. Square meter
at less than 30,000 Kenya shillings. That is what we call affordable housing. Right. So it means if I'm selling a house that is 1,000 square meter, that would be about 3 million bob. Sure. That is affordable housing. So how you play with your numbers and make sure you're in business and make sure the government gives you the right incentives as an enabler, that is the movement under affordable housing. Sure. If there's something that this country has, we are 70% youth. Right. Okay? Actually, that is what has held this economy. Now, what about housing these 70%? Okay? 70% of Kenyans are under 35 years of age. And these are the people that are going to blow this country economically. And so if the issue on housing is affecting their incomes, government needed to look at it. And that is where we gave birth into affordable housing. And thankfully, we say kudos to our leaders.
A square feet, a square meter rather, going for less than, if at all anyone is at the affordable housing program, should sell a square meter. I got it at less than 30,000. And maybe take us to the other side of the economy where now it's not affordable. At roughly how much does it reach?
It's about 60,000, Bob.
6,000. So still our 50% to 60% comes to play.
If you pick your money from your pocket, borrow money from the bank, buy land, construct, for you to make money, you have to sell that house at not less than 60,000 bob per square meter. Okay? Now, for an affordable, where there is an enabling, where there is incentives, for you to be certified on affordable housing, you have to sell an apartment at less than 30K.
30K. Per square meter, right? And now, Mr. Nofre, I want us to have a different perspective because we have said that 2 bedrooms, and where we are now, this green zone, we're talking about 2 bedrooms going for
4.6 million.
4.6 million. At 2 bedroom. Outside affordable housing program is going for 8 million.
8 million.
8 million something million. And now here comes, we have millions of Kenyans who may not have the 4 million. It may sound good and affordable, yes, but we have millions of them who are still under the bondage of paying rent and they cannot afford the 4 million to get out of the same. And this person, again, because at the Realtor, we have brought people who sell land. Someone who have secured land somewhere, and they are like, when shall we come to this? Now, that person who is not able to come here and feels that if only given an opportunity, either can sell their land and come buy this property, or how have you brought them to take advantage of the affordability program?
Great question.
Right.
And what we call a HEPA landlord, enabling the youth to buy.
Hyper landlord.
HEPA landlord. Okay. Get out of your landlord, yeah? We are coming up with a program where why don't you own a 4.6 million worth of an apartment, and we give you up to 4 years to pay, okay? Under what we call rent to own.
Rent to own.
Rent to own.
Wow.
Pay 20%, we give you up to 4 years. Now, that we're gonna implement in our next project. God willing, we'll be launching in the next month or so, where there is someone with money, empowering so many people, and then those people pay the owner of the money in a duration of about 4 years, 3 years, okay? With a minimal interest on it. Because there are so many Kenyans who will say, all right, I don't have the 4.6, but I can pay it at 5 million in the next 5 years. Right. Okay? So that the owner of the money, the cost of money, the implication of the cost of money is catered for. So there are so many programs coming. Great start. We are making great strides as a country in affordable housing. High SOP properties. Basically, we are in the forefront on sheltering Kenyans. And this is not only in apartments, even on plots. On a program we call turning plots into homes. Still and affordable.
Wait a minute.
Turning plots into homes.
Not houses, into homes.
Into homes.
Okay.
Yes.
What is all about?
Between a house and a home.
So, I get it. Now, turning plots into
a home.
Into homes.
Yes.
Now, okay, tell us more about it.
In the country, we have done about 3,500 plots given, right? Okay. Sold and given title deeds. The question is, how many people have constructed? If you go around, you realize 10% or max 15% have constructed. Right. So what we are doing currently, we are going round to the projects that we have delivered with our architects, with our engineers, and we are building for the same customers, because land is one of the biggest components in affordable housing. Right. Land is the basic factor of production. And so we are building, currently we have a deal to do 300 houses. 300
units. Okay.
We are doing 13 in Malindi, we are doing 15 in Eldoret, under the turning plots into homes. So affordable housing is not...
It's not all about...
It's not incubated into apartments.
Right.
It can be in plots.
Okay. Afraid you can maybe make this clear. Shed some lights and clarity when it comes to, I have a plot you want to build me. What's the difference between turning plots into homes from joint venture?
Joint venture is basically where someone has land and someone else has money, and then they come together and then they make business from that. Build houses, sell to people, make some money from there. Turning plots into homes is where you own the plot. Come to us. We have the expertise on construction. We connect you with a financier. They give us the money. We build the house for you, and then you pay that property in 10 years or even in 15 years. It's basically called a construction mortgage.
Construction mortgage.
So we have partnered with a great company called Tower Sacco. They've been here for the last 30 years, and we are financing so many people to turn their plots into homes. And let me tell you something. People think about Nairobi and the peri-urban and Mombasa. Very soon in this country, there won't be mashamba. Okay, there is no. For example, you go to a place like Migori. Devolution has made every corner of this country to be mushrooming as far as real estate is concerned. And so there is a reason to turn so many plots into homes, beautiful homes.
Right. And a great idea here, turning plots into homes. And mind you, not talking about houses. We are talking about turning plots into homes. A new idea altogether into my ears from High Source Properties. And we're going to dig this deep, because at any time we are here at the Realtor, we want to get things and we want to get details right. And today we have had a new thing. And Mr. Naftali, there's something I want you to maybe to make a further clarification when it comes to affordable housing. It's not only about buying a projected or a done, apartment. And maybe in a minute or so, we have had this idea of off-plan, and the private sector came in to complement the government, and now the off-plan model